Good morning, welcome back to Jodi Lewis Creations. Today is, I never look before I start to tell you what day it is, Thursday, July 13th. I cannot believe we're basically halfway through this month, you guys. It's just been so crazy and a whirlwind, and I haven't been in here for days, and so I need to get crack-a-lackin' on this journal, or I'm not going to be done by the end of July. So what's that going to be? Okay, Mark is in the attic working, so you may hear him walking around up there. I don't actually know what he's doing, so if he turns drills on or something, I will try to pause you so we don't have that excess noise. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, as always, you know how much I appreciate you. And we are still in the middle of hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023, hosted by Teri at Sweet Pea Papers. She is having a giveaway this month in her Facebook group, so please go over and check out her Facebook group and look at the ways that you could win the giveaway. And then Lisa is doing a sale in her Etsy, Lisa's Paper, Lace, and Bling. And she is doing, if you purchase $15 or more, you get a free yard of lace. And if you do $35 or more, you get free shipping. And please, if you do go check out her shop and you make a purchase, let her know that I sent you. And yeah, okay. And actually, if you shop at any of the shops I mentioned, like with the kits or, you know, anything like that, just say, hey, I saw your whatever on Jodi Lewis Creations and I just wanted to check it out. And that way it lets them know where their traffic is coming from. Chloe is playing with her ping pong ball this morning, so that is what you're hearing. Okay, so this is napkin. Oh my gosh, Lisa, I need another one of these. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so you can see I did the glacier paste on Santa. I used red on his hat and the white on his beard and the cotton of his hat. I took a silver jelly roll pen to this swirl, gold jelly roll pen to that swirl. I really hope that's coming through. On the deer, I did use my, oh, and Santa's cheeks, I added some paint. I used my Arteza acrylic markers, and I just added a little bit more color to, you know, the cardinal's backs, the deer. I brightened him up a little bit. I did a little to this holly, these leaves, and these leaves, and then a jelly roll to the pine cones as well, just to give this page a little bit of dimension. And I was like, oh, I want to make this a tuck, and so I and I didn't want to cut this, and I didn't want to make this as like a page that was folded in half in the journal, because I just, although that would be really cool, but no, we're not going to do that. Stick with the plan, Jodi, stick with the plan. Okay, so this is going to go on here. Because this is that painter's paper and I am making this a pocket, I do want to reinforce the area that is going to be the tuck, because I don't want that to be a weak spot when we're putting things in and out of there. And I am going to elevate this just a little because I want to put some trim at the bottom here. I was thinking, you know, let's see, where's my bag that I already have open of trims? That is always such a good question. Do I have it on my table? Of course I don't, but that's okay. I'll look for it in a second. So I'm just thinking of putting something along the bottom here, just to kind of add a little bit more to that page. I don't know which one I'll use yet, but I want to talk about stabilizing this. So sorry, I'm kind of like, out of it because I haven't been in here for a few days. And for me, I don't know about for you, but if I don't create for a few days, then sometimes it's hard to just kind of get back in the flow of things. Okay, so it looks like if I just do a little strip that's like 6 7/8, that'll take us over to this edge. It's gonna encompass our, actually I can go 6 3/4, because when I glue this, we know that it's gonna take up about 1/4 inch of our space, or even 1/8. I could even go like, I'll stick at 6 3/4. That's fine. And then we'll fold this in, but we'll get there first. So I had this scrap, and I don't know, you guys, if you've been watching me, I love these little, what are they called? My friend sent it to me. Treble clefs, I think. But anyway, I'm like, well, I'm not going to use that. That's not big enough. So let's just go over here in our scrap bin And let's see, I have this piece of packaging and that looks like it'll do the trick. So just want to use just something that's a scrap. And what did I say, 6 3/4? Set this over here. And I do have to take a little bit of time and clean up my table, y'all. I cannot stand it right now. It is such a mess. And I mean, I'm kind of a messy creator, I know that, but it looks like a bomb went off. But that's really torn. Oh, this has a straight edge on it, does it? I had to make a summer ATC card, so part of my mess is from that. So I have summer and Christmas mixed up on my table right now. And I'm like, I can't do 2 different seasons. Although it was nice to actually do a summer project in summer. So, okay. Mark came down the stairs, and I don't know about other creators, but I get like all self-conscious if I know he's standing like right where he can hear me, which is really weird because he's very encouraging and he supports me doing this, but I feel like I'm talking to you, and then when I hear somebody else in the background, and it was really bad when my son was living at home, I really had a hard time if he was around listening, because I don't know, I don't know, it makes me awkward, uncomfortable, weird. I know, weird. All right, so I'm just gonna glue this with some glue stick. And I know, watching me glue and ink is probably like watching paint dry, and I do apologize, but I do think it's important to just kind of see the basics of some things that we do that, you know, maybe you're new and you don't know that you need to reinforce a pocket, you know? Now I have glue on this, and so I try to fold these in half. I do just put them in my recycle bin for right now, but that doesn't mean I don't pull them back out and use them. Now I have to flip this over, and I want to make sure that I put it on the correct side. So just be mindful of that when you're doing it. Okay, so you can't see that, but when that glue dries, it's going to stabilize that edge for us and keep it hopefully from tearing or becoming a weak spot. And I realize I got it wet, but that's okay. I'm just getting the extra glue off there, but there must be glitter on this wipe. So that's gonna dry. In the meantime, let's talk about what we're gonna do with it. Straighten out, stop that. Okay. Oh my goodness, he came down again. It's okay. All right. So, well, up, down, I don't know. He's trying to finish up some stuff up there. Okay. So what did we say our width was on this? That feels really soft. I do need to let that dry real well. Okay, so then I want to just bring this over, and right at the edge of the paper, I'm just going to crease that. But I want to make sure that when I do crease that, that it's going to stay on this edge. I hope you can see. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So like right here, when I push this down, I want to make sure that I'm staying within the boundary of that paper. Yeah. And I hope this is straight, because if I cut this crooked, then it's going to be all wonky looking, but we'll fix it. That's what trims are for, right? All right, so now we've creased it. Now I can set this page aside again. All right, so now we've creased that, and we kind of know where we're going to be with it. Make sure it's kind of straight. And it is kind of, it's just a very soft piece. So you could write on this. It's not a problem. You can write on it. But I don't know. I did think about maybe putting a little pocket. Oh, well, that could be kind of cute. I did that ATC swap, and this is what I got one of my ATCs in, and I think that would be kind of a really cute little piece, and it can be like, oh, hey, here's the back of Santa, and what do we want to put here? I don't really have a good, oh, yeah. Oh, that would be really pretty on there. Oh, he would be pretty on something, but he's too big for that piece. Or is he? Okay, so what I was I thought I was trying to make a decision, but I did want to come back and tell you like what was helping me make that decision. So this isn't a very big thing, right? And to be perfectly honest, for me, I don't care about the doll face. I'm weird like that. But, I mean, I can use dolls in some things. I don't mind, and I know it's just a toy. However, I can see the horse, the bunny, and the elephant. And for me, oh, sorry. For me, having the horse, the bunny, and the elephant is more important, and a little bit of this greenery here. So I think I am going to put him on that little pocket, and then when it's wet, I'll just put a little slice there, or not. Maybe I'll just do, oh look, how perfect is this? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of music paper up here. Yep. Oh, that's good. Glue it right on the tabletop, Jodi. And then just trying to make sure that I've got my glue where I need it. And that's too wide of a piece that I just glued, but it's all right. Now we have those little doohickeys on the top of that, and let's clean up the gluey mess. I'm gonna cut that. I don't want to try to tear it because I don't want to tear the bag, which was where I was going with that. Okay. So let's just trim it. Oh yeah. Oh, I think that's gonna be cute. Okay, and then so we have our little pocket. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just decoupage the napkin on, and then we'll set that aside to dry. And then, yeah, I like that. I actually really like that. What if I bring this over here? That will, no, I definitely want the horse and the bunny in there. Okay. All right. So we've got kind of a one-shot deal with putting this down, right? So I want to definitely get my matte medium, excuse my reach, get my little, I could just do it with glue stick, and then it would have a different feel than this would. Maybe we'll do that just for something different today. And then I can work with it quicker. So I'm just going to find a glue page here. I'm not worried about getting all the way to the edges. Oops, and this bag is kind of fragile. It's a glassine bag. And just gonna glue it. Oh, I like it. And I love these little glassine bags. I don't really have very many in my stash. I do tend to hoard them, so the fact that I'm actually using this as soon as I got it is kind of something for me. Okay, now we got a kind of a one-shot deal with putting him down, don't we? So I just want to go like, oh, I'm nervous. It's okay. We get what we get, right? We don't throw a fit. Okay. So now that's down. I got a little bit of a wrinkle there. I don't recommend pulling that back up once it's down, but I think the cat's in my closet, you guys. I don't know what's happening over there. Okay, so now I'm gonna let that dry, and then when that dries, we'll be able to pull that around those edges real nice. And then just wanna gently smooth that down, because even though I didn't totally saturate that napkin, it is still wet. Okay. So then we have this like that. This is gonna dry. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Put that away. Get my page out here that we're working on. Okay. So I do think I kind of want to divot that. I just really like divoting them. I think it just is like, hey, stick something in the pocket. You know, it's just a good indicator. Did I put my punch away? Okay, I did put it away, amazingly enough. So I want to ink, oh, that's really pretty inked up too. It's okay to use fragile pieces in your journal as long as you are aware of their fragility, and you take care to treat them in such a way and use them like knowing how fragile they are, you know. So stabilizing the top edge like I did. We're going to glue around the 3 edges. This is going to be a flip out, but it's going to be okay because that napkin helps stabilize the painter's paper. But it's not going to be a piece that's going to be hugely yeah, like a lot of work. It should be fine, but I didn't want to cut it because of the words here and stuff, and I like it as an entire image, so I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm just going to go around the edge of this with some art glitter glue, and I'm just going to stay inside our crease line here to get this down. And I still have not opened my Barely art glue, and I know I've been asked about that, and this is getting really close to empty. I've been watching, you know, I listen to other people, and I know like Edith over at Scrapbooking with Me, she uses the Barely art glue, and she's made some comments like, oh, this won't pucker, or this won't show through, or you know, whatever. So I am eager to try it, but I just wasn't sure about having yet another glue open. But I guess because I'm creating as much as I am in this journal, it wouldn't hurt. But like over the winter when, you know, we were gone and I was creating, my glues were giving me fits because I wasn't creating very much. And so they were like trying to dry up, and it was just a fiasco trying to keep them in a good state, you know, and our glues are expensive. And so, you know, just trying to be mindful of my product and stuff. So, but I do think I will be opening it soon because, like I said, I've got that Christmas swap journal I have to make, and that will require quite a bit of glue as well. Okay, so that's gonna come in like this. Okay, so then I want to put definitely a pull tab on here, which of course is not in this ephemera holder. So let me go get the other ephemera holder. Okay, so I let this dry and I got it and I inked around the edges. I'm going to put some trim around the top, from probably the bottom, because I'm not sure that I like how that turned out, but that's okay. And then I'm looking at it there and I'm like, do I want to put it there? But I do kind of like it, so I think I'm still going to. But I was thinking maybe we need something behind it. I don't know what yet though. And then I was picking a tab that I like, and I kind of like that one because when I flip this open, it's just kind of something shimmery on there, but it's not very subdued. So here we are with more polka dots, right? Ooh, this one, I like that one. Oh, we're gonna use that one. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. So if you're new to my channel and you don't know, when I was trying to sort all my Christmas stuff, I made these ephemera holders. And these are strictly Christmas. As you can see, I used Christmas paper on them. And I made 3 of them because I had so much stuff, and I could probably still put more stuff in them. And as I was like, die cutting scraps and stuff, it really gave me a lot to work with, to have. So it's kind of nice. You know, I cut a bunch of birds. I've got a bunch of tabs. Yeah, so if you don't know, I've got some curated Christmas packages. I have 3 of them available. There is a video for that. I'll try to remember to link it. That's kind of a new thing for me, to like add a little thingy on the video to go check it out. But there are 3 available. I am going to try to actually put those in my Etsy. I was really trying to avoid the fees, so I don't know if I'm going to put them in my Etsy or put them in my Ko-fi. Anyway, because the fees on Etsy have really made it really difficult to keep your prices kind of reasonable, in my opinion, and still make a little bit of money. I mean, you know, that's why we sell things, is not only to share, but to make a little money. So that way I can continue to buy products and stuff to help you guys out. And I do have the Ko-fi site, and I think I have Buy Me a Coffee too, but the Ko-fi I think is a little bit more user friendly. And anyway, and I'm not like, oh, if you want to support my channel, oh, do I want to put that at the bottom maybe? Yeah, no, I'll put it at the top. I don't want to cover Santa. Anyway, I'm not like all about begging and saying, oh, if you like my, you know, I mean, of course I'd love you to support my channel and, you know, check that out, but I just feel weird asking, and I feel like if you guys like my content, or, you know, you do want to support, then you'll go check it out. So that's that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, this is going to be kind of cute, I think. But I don't want it to be too busy, and I'm still wondering if I should just leave this then as a where's my pen? As a journaling space. So maybe we'll just come back to that in a minute. And then I want to look at the trim that Lisa sent, because I haven't used it yet. And I think I have some coffee left in the coffee pot because I didn't drink it. Oh, I have that too. We'll use that for somewhere else. I do want to use that. Oh, here we go. Maybe just, oh, it's just slightly too wide. Oh my gosh, I opened the windows because it is absolutely gorgeous out this morning. We're having some lake effect rain. Or it's not even raining, it's just lake effect clouds. For those of you who don't know, we live up by Lake Erie, and it's absolutely beautiful outside. I went out to get the mail and I'm like, whoa, dudes, we need some windows open here. Oh, I like that. I do like that. I like that a lot. It's not big enough. Okay. Come back to it, Jodi. Come back to it. And I don't want that hanging off the actual bottom of the page. And if I do that up high enough, it's going to take up too much page. So I will find a trim to put here. And then we've got this. So then we need something to put in this pocket. And because I glued that like I did at the bottom, I think a 9-inch tag would be perfect in here. So let's see what we have for a 9-inch tag or something to put in that pocket. I set these aside. Let me clean up just a second here and see what I have. My friend just sent me some vintage book pages that are Christmas, so maybe we can use something with that and make something. Okay, so I found some red trim, and this is a Simplicity trim, and I actually got it at Walmart. It was 10 cents. It's only 1 yard of trim, but for 10 cents, who cares? All right, so I just cut that just to have a little bit of pop at the bottom, and I'm just going to use my 3-in-1, which I did go yesterday. We spent like the entire day in Erie, and I did go to Joanne, and I had a 40% off a regular price coupon, and so I did buy another 3-in-1. Because this one, I don't like to get low on that. I use it so much. I like to make sure that I have a backup, but I wanted to make sure I had a coupon. And I don't get the in the mail coupons anymore. And I know those used to have like a 50 or 60% off, but we were in Erie, and I don't go in Joanne, the one that's in Ashtabula, very much. I mean, don't get me wrong. The ladies that work in there have always been so kind to me, but they don't really do paper crafting in there anymore, so it's just not my thing. Like if I just need a piece of fabric for something, I can run in there. Oops. But I don't run in there for anything that has to do with paper, because it's just going to be a wasted trip. All right, and I think if I do this right, we should be about centered with our middle here. And that's just a little touch of color and a little bit of light bling at the bottom. I think that's going to be super cute. I did not find a piece yet to make a tag out of, but even with that closed, I think that's going to be cute. And I did cut wrong, so I have a piece that I can use somewhere else. But yeah, I like it. I just want to make sure that's burnished well. And then let's see. Okay, so we need something for here. And I have this really great, oh, well that would be a perfect size for a tag right there. Or, oh, Christmas Eve. Let's use that side. And this is fragile. It's very fragile. So I'm going to back this on something. And I'm going to back it and probably stitch around it. And then when I come back, we'll have a tag for in this pocket. And then I need to make a decision about this. And I'm still not sure. And I may stencil this page. I think that would be a really pretty page stenciled. And then maybe I will just leave that as writing space so that it's not too busy, but I don't know. I really like that. I really like that a lot. And then we have our trim from Lisa. And just like maybe a couple scallops at the bottom of that would be really pretty there. And then there was a lighter one. I could do that there, and I'm gonna ink them. I'm not gonna leave them bright white. Oh, I like that. Yes, we are doing it. We're gonna do it. So what I'll do is I'll stencil the sides, and then yeah, let's do that real quick. Well, you don't need to watch me stencil. You know how. I'm just gonna use my brush, my stencil, and actually I think I may use this one. That's a little busy, even though it looks like Christmas ornaments. I'm gonna go with it. Stop changing my mind. Okay, I'll be right back. Oops. Okay, I'm so excited. So look, it's beautiful. I decoupaged some napkin on here. I had this holly napkin, and I love it, love it, love it. And I did it for a couple of reasons. Number one is, oops, sorry. This paper is a little fragile because it's vintage. I don't know what year it is. I mean, it could potentially be antique, but I'm pretty sure it's just vintage. So anyway, I used my matte medium, and I used a piece of coffee dyed ledger and put it on the coffee dyed ledger in the area where I knew that the music paper itself was gonna fit. Then I carefully put the music paper down and, you know, squished it out to make sure it was good adherence. And then I covered that with the matte medium on top of the music sheet and very carefully put the napkin down. Now what I did do was I kind of plotted it out. I put my, however I did it here, put my napkin down and kind of got like where I wanted and did my water around it. Then made it just ever so slightly smaller than the paper, but you can't tell because of the way it blended in so well, which was great because this was a neutral background, and then that turned into this vintage look, which I knew it would. So anyway, that's going to do two things. Obviously, it gave us some holly on top of our music paper, but it also now has stabilized the top of this music paper because, again, it's vintage and brittle. I mean, you can see like this is another piece of that. Or no, that's not the same one. Excuse me, this one. But it's pretty, I mean, it's not cracking when I'm bending it, but I think that it would if it was in and out of a pocket very much. And then on the back, I just took a stencil and in the coffee splotches, just stenciled a little design just for some interest, and then stitched around it with my sewing machine. And look, I'm so proud of myself. My corner matched up. Okay, so I was going to put a tab or something on it, but I don't want to cover Christmas Eve. So that's just going to go in here like this, okay? And then we need something for this pocket. So I do want to see if this is, oh, did I glue my pocket shut? Oh my word, you guys. Okay, I did not. Woo! I think that's going to be, yeah, that's too small. But something like that will get put in here, and just a very simple piece. It doesn't have to be anything super spectacular. As a matter of fact, let's see. That's going to be too wide. And I don't really want another Santa because we have two Santas here. The holly ties into this very nicely. So I just want to do something very simple on this as a tag in here. So let's just see if I have a scrap. Oh, you know what? Even this would be cute, just kind of poking out of there. And then that whole thing could be a journaling card. So let's do that. We'll stencil the back. And I will put some kind of a ruffle or something on the top of that for some interest maybe. But where's my measuring device here? So I think 3 by about, let's try 3 by 5.5. Let's start there and then see where it takes us. So let's go 3, and that is not cut straight. Big surprise. This darn thing. I'm just gonna cut it a little wider than 3, get that straight edge, or what I assume is a straight edge. Come over here, square it up. And what did I say? 5 and what? 1/4, I think. 5 1/4 here. And even though it's not embellished, I think that's okay because this is such an embellished page. This is going to allow us a piece in here that will be just, you can journal on both sides of it. And then I do think I'm going to do my edges like a tag edge like that. And then this is hard for me because it's fiddly, but this helps to give the other side the same angle. And I know people use like shopping cards and stuff like that. And that's absolutely a doable thing. Oh, I like it. Okay, so I do want to put a tab or something on the top of this. I'm going to stencil it, ink around it, and then maybe I'll just stamp an image on here because then you can still journal over it. So give me one more second just to finish this card up, and then that'll be the end of this video because I feel like it's a lot we've done, but we've like embellished a whole page, which yay. Okay, so finish this up and I'll come back, show you the end result, and then we'll go from there. I have been in here just whiling away the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost 11 o'clock. I have to go make lunch for my honey. Okay, so this is what I did. So I just took a stamp, and I used my StazOn, and I just random stamped and 2nd and 3rd generation stamped all around the edge to try to just give it something. And then I did put a phrase on it because I thought, well, I didn't want to just leave it. And then I stenciled the back, and then my friend, the one who sent me this music, sent me these really cute snowflakes. And I used one on here, and now I'm like, uh-oh, I think it's kind of lost, or the ribbon's too wide for it. But, I mean, it's on there now, so hopefully it'll be okay. So that's just going to slide in there. And now we have a page that's embellished. Yay, 1 page done, and how many more to go, you guys? Okay, so that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. So I hope you did too. And I know I'm using a lot of napkins in this. However, my Christmas stash is a little bit much, and I just really like how this is interactive. Oh, and you know what I was gonna do? I have these little things that I got at the last retreat I went to. And I thought, well, how cute. Maybe one of those would be hanging off of there as a dangle. But, ooh, checking it twice. But that's another Santa on that page. And I don't want another Santa on that page. So, I think I'll do a Merry Christmas. So, I'll just do maybe a hole in a small eyelet maybe. And just a gold pin and hang that. I don't know. I'll see if I want to do that. I don't think we need it on that page. I don't think we need it. I'm not going to do it on that page, but I do have these and I do want to use them, and because they're really neat. So okay, so anyway, all right, never mind. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna let that get all nice and flat. I think I am gonna go ahead and go through here and glue all of my hinges together. So then that will be done. And yeah, we're gonna just keep moving right along and getting some embellishments made. And I need to still get trim on the edges of the pages. So I do have life stuff I have to do today, but I do want to get some more progress on this because we are halfway through the month and I'm not very far along like I would like to be. So as always, I do absolutely love and appreciate the comments and the feedback you guys are giving me. It's just absolutely wonderful, the interaction I'm getting. So I really appreciate that. And I do hope you're enjoying this project. And I appreciate the grace you guys have given me with a couple of the videos that I did that were maybe like, maybe you didn't find value in it, but maybe somebody who was new was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And I do try to keep that in mind because we are all at different skill levels. And I do hope that in the process, I'm able to teach somebody something that's useful that maybe you didn't know, or maybe you didn't think about, or maybe you just forgot, because I forget things. That's why I like to go back through my old journals too and see things that I've done, or even watch old videos. I'm like, oh, I forgot about being able to do that. I find it helpful. So anyway, okay, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.